What's going on, guys? A little clickbait on that thumbnail. I'm just sitting out here at the park and I wanted to touch on the virtual CI experience. So you guys know I just love experimenting, right? More than making money, more than running a business, probably even more than patient care. I just love experimenting. And so this is a major experiment. I have been doing this kind of virtual CI experience for a couple months now. It's a combo telehealth and in the clinic experience for students that need their clinical internships have been canceled or rescheduled and they just need some time in the clinic. So I wanted to come on and explain exactly what the process is like. Right now I'm only doing it with one school, but I'm happy to offer it to any other school that needs time for their students. Basically what happens is if I have a student, usually they're joining me anywhere from 1 day, like literally they come on 1 day, or they're with me for 2 weeks. They join me virtually in the clinic. They see everything I do. We engage, we interact. I actually put a ton of work into it. Like before every patient arrives, after every patient leaves, during every patient interaction. The students coming with me, I've got them on a video, on the laptop, live session. I get permission from the patient to share it with the student. They're watching an initial eval. They're seeing everything from me meeting a person for the first time I've never spoken to watching me evaluate returning patients. We engage in documentation. We talk about testing, measurements. We talk about my approach versus other approaches. And I really try to give the student the experience of getting inside my head. So I explain that, more important than what I do clinically is why I do it. I'm not saying that what I do is always the right thing to do, the best thing to do, but what I'm saying is understand the reasoning behind what I do so that when you're out in the workforce, you can take what you like, you can ignore what you don't, you learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. Sorry guys, my little puppy is pulling around. And so, eventually the goal would certainly be to monetize something like this. I'm still a big believer that a student should be able to be with me for a 10 a.m. Post-surgical rotator cuff repair. And then they should jump on with Vincent in Chicago at 11 a.m. to see what an MDT therapist would do. And then they jump on with Rob Vining for telehealth. And, they would have the ability to just virtually go anywhere in the country or the world, follow the leading therapist in whatever their niche is, learn from the best, experience the best, hear how we engage with patients, hear how we explain things, get different perspectives, and then take all of that information and put it into their own patient care experience. So as of right now, it's the end of August 2020. The situation is, if a school reaches out to me and they want their student to come do a clinical rotation with me virtually, I'm happy to do it. We've got contracts set up with multiple schools. Obviously, there's no cost at this point. In the future, my hope would be to monetize it. But literally, the student starts with me 15 minutes before my first patient arrives, hangs out with me till about 15 minutes after my last patient leaves. I craft the experience to match what the student wants, if they want to see this or that or do these things. And we've actually now gotten to the point where the students can do an initial evaluation. So listen to this. This is the last thing I'll share. So this week, I've got 2 St. Augustine students with me. They're doing a phenomenal job. But what I ended up doing was I had a returning patient. I knew the patient. She had knee surgery, just a knee scope. And so I set the patient up in my clinic. So the patient was with me in real life. My 2 students were on a computer and they were able to do the initial evaluation with the patient through a virtual platform. I'm a big believer in leveraging these technologies so that we can get to experience everything. So I've shared with these students videos where I have hired other therapists who specialize in certain services. I've paid them to virtually come into my clinic, do initial evaluations for my patients. I learn while they're doing the initial eval. They're getting paid. I'm improving the access in my clinic. There's just so many things we can do here. I've got other videos where I hire another therapist. They come in, my PT assistant is with the patient. Just loads of versatility. All right, guys, we're at 5.5 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up. If you'd like to learn more about being a virtual CI, I mean, I don't know, we're just laying the groundwork for it. We can brainstorm a little bit. If you are a university and you want to get your student placed, just let me know. At least through the end of the year, I still have kind of the availability to do it. Otherwise, guys, let's just keep moving the profession forward. Let's use the technology we have. And if you haven't figured it out, please subscribe, please like the video, and share this video if you think it would benefit somebody else. Guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.